Previously on Survivor. 20 new players started the game on tribes divided by major. STEM majors on the PASCALA tribe.
PASCALA!
And humanities majors on the Chickasaw tribe.
Chickasaw!
After an intense immunity challenge, several groups on Chickasaw began to form.
We want to make like a group of like me, Liam, and Santi that really just controls the game.
Meanwhile, on PASCALA, several targets were named.
For me, it's Teresa. Very type A.
Yeah, I think Natalia would be a good idea to vote for.
Yeah. I still think Amanda's the second weakest.
Who do you think you're gonna vote for?
Probably Dane.
But an alliance of 6 targeted Natalia. And despite Chris throwing his vote, Natalia was eliminated. 19 remain, who will be voted out tonight.
It was really sad seeing the first person go. Okay. So Natalia got sent home. I was happy that it wasn't me, to be honest.
I was like, oh my god, like what if it is like me? Like what if everyone's bullshitting
I should have
me?
thought Dane was gonna go. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah,
is
no.
happening?
Oh, well, okay, so I think it might have been Natalia, and T voted for like Dane.
I think it was the right move. I just think that she was one of the weaker links on the team. In this game, you can't really go based on like who you really like in the game. Like you have to do what's better for yourself in the tribe at this point.
And when you went to the bathroom, I was so mad.
Oh my god, I literally could not
like,
hold it
fuck.
together. I could not hold it together. I was like, if she asked who we were voting for, I literally would have just died. So I was like, I'm so sorry.
Like,
I had
so
to do
smart.
this. I was like, I have to do this. And then
I got awkward smart because I'm so bad at lying too.
I personally voted her off because that's what my alliance wanted. I'll miss you, girl. I think there are a couple people who are like on Natalia's level, whatever that means. Like I'm so indifferent to their abilities so far.
Wow, is this an idol?
Oh, I got it.
I know that Tim and Doug, they're friends. They have pictures online together. Amanda was walking back with Tim, Doug, and Chris. Now, this may just be my paranoia, but it really seems like the 4 of them could potentially be getting along really well. And that could become a problem for me later.
Eric, the game is getting to your head.
Dude, it's too lit.
I just got back from the first tribal council. Of the 3 other people I'm in alliance with, 2 people didn't vote for Dane like we talked about. I think if I had to guess, it would be Chris and Doug, which is fine.
I actually voted for Dane. I knew that Natalia was going to get voted off, and I knew that we had the votes to do it. So I voted for Dane because I could go to Teresa and tell her that I voted for Dane and get her to align with us.
And then of the 3 votes that weren't for Natalia, 1 was for me. I have a good feeling about who I think voted for me. I think that I proved myself enough, but now that I know, I think it's only going to make me a better competitor, so it sucks for that person.
mean, I think she's definitely like good to have with us.
Convenient. I mean, later down the road, I mean, if we have to get rid of her, we get rid of her. But at this point, I think that it's just better to keep her.
Yeah, for sure. I agree.
Trust us.
So I think we should get out the people that we just like don't know. You have to set your foundation week one so you can have a fine rest of the weeks or because otherwise you want to scramble every single week.
We know that if our alliance lasts long enough, that the four of us, we only need the four of us for majority vote. As we, are solid, we meet multiple times a week. Us all voting the same way is pretty much guaranteed.
I feel bad because I liked her.
Didn't raise her hand for like who was nervous. I was like, we literally, she's like, you're on the chopping block.
Next time she asks me or something, we'll be like, let's just hope we win the next round for your sake.
Yeah. My relationship with the 3 guys right now, I think is pretty good. I can't ever be too sure. I don't want to be too trusting.
I have 2 friends that rushed Theta Tau. One of them was closer with Dane, one of them was closer with Delaram. Conclusion from both of them, they're really close. We can't say Dane vote for Delaram or Delaram vote for Dane. It won't happen.
The funny thing is, Tim talks to me separately. I don't know whether he talks to any of the other 2 separately. I actually like him the least. I can see myself getting along better in real life with Doug and Chris.
So that means we need Sadie.
I think Sadie. I knew Dane was close with Eric and Delaram.
Yeah. So and if we're going for T next time, I can at least make it so T doesn't vote for one of us.
I think I'm a pretty perceptive person, so I get this vibe from people. My intention with the first meeting definitely isn't to just be like, oh, let's make an alliance. I really just wanted to feel people out a little bit with a one-on-one interaction. I don't know. I think we got along pretty well when we were first talking.
There's certain people that just didn't really click that well.
The good thing is I don't see anybody on our tribe as being super conniving and
No.
No?
I feel like everyone's pretty upfront.
Yeah. At first I was maybe it's too early for alliances, we just won, and then I was watching the last season, they started the day up.
Yeah. At least at this early of a stage when we haven't really built our connections yet, it's I've known you for less than a week.
From watching the past seasons, I could always kind of see oh, that person clearly doesn't fit with other people as well. So many things can change in this game.
Mm-hmm.
So
I know.
But
you never know who's someone else.
Exactly.
But
so it's always it's kind of FOMO. You're is everyone talking to everyone but me?
Just is everybody else talking without me? That kind of thing, you never know.
But no one.
It's been 2 days, right? People show them their true selves over time.
Exactly.
More.
It's the beginning of college when you come and everyone's a little bit fake because everyone's trying to make friends.
Exactly.
I like Heaven. He's super nice, right?
People say he's weird, but I like him.
No, I really like him. I don't not like him. I know he has he doesn't have bad intentions. I feel he's just a very
He's just kind of a strange dude. Yeah.
Yeah, right. And if I had to pick one person who fit the least, it would be Evan.
Yeah.
Is what I'm thinking. But I just think Evan is an interesting kid.
Did you meet with Evan?
No.
You just think he's interesting in general?
Yeah, just Evan. Evan is really nice. He is such a nice guy. But I don't know if he's a really good player in this game. So have you been talking to people?
Yeah, I mean, I've been scheming a little bit.
Have you watched Survivor?
I haven't at all still. I need to get on that, yeah.
And my initial thinking about trying to meet with people was to start securing some potential allies, making sure that they won't vote me out. And it was something I was pretty worried about again, just because I was late and I wasn't sure if people would view that as a little bit of a liability. Maybe I'm a little unreliable, and so I was trying to dispel that a little bit. And just show, I'm a friendly, fun guy who, they won't want off the tribe.
Good show, so,
that's what I've heard.
Yeah, it's just, the episodes are kind of long, so, you have to kind of, have time for it. So.
Right. But I mean, I can make time, yeah. We should know a little bit.
But, I like him a lot. I just think he's adorable. Yeah, because I think I'll help you, so.
Yeah.
Definitely do that.
That'd be dope.
Alright.
Doing good.
Yeah.
So, definitely wouldn't want her against me, but I think on my team she could be a huge asset.
I talked to Santi a little bit when we got out of the car, and then I also met up with Ivy.
Dang, you've been talking to everyone, yo.
I mean, I wouldn't say everyone. It's never a good first impression to show up late, but he tried to make the best of it, so I'll give him that.
So how many people do you think is a good number to have as a base?
I have like 3 right now.
Am I like?
Yeah, you're one of them.
Oh,
yeah.
okay. Like
people I'm trying to talk to.
Who else are we working with?
Just met with Ivy right before this.
Okay.
And then I'm trying to meet with Santi.
How do you feel about her?
I think she's gonna be a solid ally, dude.
Okay.
I mean, I'm not sure. Like, yo, Mina, what's Gucci, yo?
The vibes I got from them was more that they're just like interested in keeping their options open, just talking to everyone right now, and then like if we do lose the challenge, heaven forbid, then like we'll talk about who we would potentially vote out.
Who have you reached out to already?
I haven't talked to anyone.
Oh, okay.
You're the first person.
Did you have like any other idea like who you might reach out to?
Santi was like a guy I thought of.
Yeah, I like Santi a lot. Yeah.
Cool. So we can talk to him.
Santi, he's a great guy. He's from Bolivia. He's smart. He's got beautiful eyes. I mean, I'll put that out there. I think we all know it.
Yeah. What were you thinking? Like, who do you feel like you get along with in the tribe and
I feel like I would get along with you two the best. Okay. That's how I'm feeling. Like, I'd be super comfortable with this trio, like, sticking together.
Everything that's come up, Evan's like, unless he's like has a master plan and is filling all the lessons, it seems like everyone's on the same page.
I really want to work with Angie. I really feel like I can trust her, and same with Josh. So that's like the other trio that I've been talking with, and we've met together, just the 3 of us. And I definitely had to play that down with Mike and Liam. I really want to keep both those doors open.
I texted Angie and I was like, hey, like, what do you think of Morgan? And Angie was like, I like her, like, I would want to work with her. 8 o'clock, I'm going to meet, like, Liam, Santi, and Mike.
I talked to Santi, like, yesterday.
Yeah. You guys got a good thing going on.
I think so,
Yeah.
hopefully. I don't know, because Santi seems kind of, like, popular.
Yeah. No, but, because I talked to Liam and he said Santi likes you.
If we were all vote the same way, like this is 3
like,
votes.
we're like
That's
solid voting bloc
Yeah.
right now. Like, I feel stable and I feel good with you guys.
Yeah.
Because, like, I feel we're on, like, the 3 of us, at least the 3 of us are on the same page, you know? I'm a fan of the 3 of us.
Yeah,
okay,
for sure.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Trust me, because, like, later on, I actually think that Liam might be, like, the biggest threat right now, because it seems like he has that advantage. He was doing
and
really
that's
well in the
why
challenge.
He's the biggest threat, but we need to.
And that's
be
why
with
we.
him.
Yeah, that's why I like that.
We
Yeah.
need to be like, I mean, I'm just like telling you guys everything because you're like.
We'll be the Tape Alliance
right now. The Tape Alliance.
The Tape Alliance.
I love it.
And thus the Tape Alliance is formed. We are working on a better name. I think about Jam, like Jasmine, Angie, Morgan. And then there was Madge, like Morgan, Angie, Jasmine, but someone said that sounds like Badge, and we're like, we don't want to sound like Badge.
Right now, I trust my 2 girls, Jasmine and Morgan, the most. AKA Tape Alliance.
We could at least trust that, like, for their best interest, they would want our votes to go there with, like, towards like the other 4 people.
I'm not trying to be schemy. Like, I honestly think this game is played best when people are the most genuine that they possibly can be to other people, and like, not like snakes, you know? Because no one likes a snake.
I got a text from Evan today.
You did?
Yes, and so like literally everyone's been. I'll just read it out.
When Mike and Liam and I explicitly decided that we were going to be a trio, we realized that we were going to need more numbers. So obviously in the back of my mind I was like, hey, I think Angie would really be a good fit of this. But Mike brought up Jasmine because Liam and her already had a connection through the business fraternity. It's not the time to really be challenging anybody. So I definitely went along with it. I like Jasmine a lot as well. I think Liam has played down his relationship with Jasmine through the business frat, but obviously that's just a natural connection. Like when you know somebody coming into Survivor, you're less likely to turn against them.
This is what he said. Yo, dog, I know it's a bit early in the game for this. Not true. Everyone's already
Wait, what was this, yesterday?
This was today at 5 p.m.
Oh shit, that's not early.
A bit early in the game for this, but you seem like a pretty chill dude and a guy who had a good chance of victory. How do you feel about allying them?
Straightforward.
Very straightforward, and through text. So like, I could just be like, okay, sounds good. When do you want to meet up? But he didn't text me back, so I don't know.
So okay, so if we lose the next challenge.
If we lose the next challenge, but I don't see Evan being much help to our team. I see him being like a lot of drama.
Because like, look, we have 4 people right here, and I know that I can get Morgan, and I know I can get Angie. So there's 6 right there.
I know
I'm
we
saying
can talk to
whoever
Abby.
we want, we can pick out the next person.
So there's the thought that, hey, we can get Evan out
whenever because nobody really likes him. So maybe we should get out somebody else who might
like,
get
the only
out.
other we could talk about Ivy. I mean,
we keep Ivy on the radar for right now.
Yeah.
And right now we know we can probably get enough votes to get Evan out if we need to.
You know, we all kind of like Morgan, Angie, Abby, but we're gonna wait for the next challenge to happen, see how that plays out, and then move from there.
Jasmine definitely gonna be a threat, just because
Ivy.
I'm
Alright.
So yeah, I don't trust her.
Okay.
From what you
Jasmine?
No, I trust I don't trust Ivy.
We really didn't plan to vibe that well with Jasmine, but like as it turns out, like she loved us and we really trusted her.
I also heard that the other tribe doesn't like you.
Oh, doesn't like me?
Yeah, I heard that as well. Because you wore cleats. Because
The boys, Liam, Mike, and Santi, have foolishly welcomed Jasmine into their ranks. But Jasmine is like a leaky faucet and tells us everything they're plotting.
Ready to win, guys?
Talk to the
Not be losers again.
No, there's no
Not
way.
trying to go back to tribal.
I see a whole bunch of wins on the dumpsters over there. So this is definitely more than just a weekend strength challenge.
It's like blind.
See us?
I'm ready to go. Let's get the show on the road, Andrew.
Yeah, I saw a video of you taking out a
You can just save time and give us the. You can just save time and give us the idol back.
Welcome back, survivors. Chikasha, welcome the new PASCALA tribe. Natalia voted out at the last tribal council. All right, so before we get started, Mike, I'm going to take the immunity idol back. All right, immunity is up for grabs. Your next challenge is called bomb defusing, and here's how it works. 5 bombs for each tribe. You guys are going to assign 4 people to each bomb. One by one, you're going to run down to the dumpster in front of you and grab one of the sheets of paper. Once you have all 4, you can start defusing. This is a race. So once you finish a bomb, you're going to set it to the side, the next 4 go, and they will start defusing the next bomb. You want to be quick, but you want to be right. Whoever has the most bombs correctly defused wins immunity. However, if both tribes have the same number of bombs defused, whoever finished first wins. In addition to winning immunity, the winning tribe will get a clue to the hidden immunity idol.
Yeah!
What team?
Okay, 2 or 3.
1, 2, 3. PASCALA! For immunity and another clue to the hidden immunity idol. Drivers ready. Go! Let's go!
You got this, John! Oh shit, I missed it!
All 4 from Chikasha are back.
It says, don't cut any yellow wires, even if the other note says otherwise.
All 4 are back.
Okay, we're not cutting the first. It's not yellow. You can get that out.
Yeah.
So it has to be the last one. It has to be the last one.
Both tribes feverishly working on
It's the fourth. It's the fourth.
Now we put it to the side. Chikasha has finished their first bomb. And now PASCALA has defused their first bomb. But did they get it right?
I just don't cut.
Chikasha has 4 clues.
Cut the red wire. Mine's supposed to do the opposite of hers. Do the opposite.
Red says don't cut red. So you can go blue, green, yellow. Wait, guys, does that say yellow and green? Yellow is not mentioned. Okay, so
Dane working with
green,
a
yellow.
cut clue.
We good?
Yeah.
So I understand.
Who's defusing?
What does yours say? Hold on. Before you do anything, what does it
Cut the wires alphabetically starting with.
Go! Go, 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 team. And 2 bombs defused.
Starting with blue.
Yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
that was green.
And then green.
Okay.
Go, go, go.
Go.
2 bombs defused for both tribes. And Josh already starting on the 3rd one.
Go, Evan! Go, Evan! You run! Come on, Evan, you got this!
Number one.
Only odd wires. So this one. Wait,
so
the last right here.
No. Vote only.
Only odd.
Wait, is yours still on?
Only odd.
It has to be blue. It has to be a blue one. And then it says
1, 3, 5.
It said yours that cut green unless yours is otherwise. It said yours that cut green unless yours is otherwise. It has to be, and then mine said right to left.
So we have to do 5 and 1.
5
Wait,
and
what about
1.
3? What about 3?
3 is green, so you can't.
PASCALA on the 4th one. Remember, it's not about who does it the fastest, it's who does it right. And also the fastest.
Go. Put all wires to the left of the red wire.
Communication is important in this. You guys do not want to go to tribal again.
Hey, we didn't bring our cleats.
I brought cleats. You guys should come prepared. I don't have cleats.
Go.
Chikasha is falling behind here, but if they're getting everything right, it doesn't matter. I mean, assuming PASCALA isn't getting it right.
It doesn't say. It doesn't say. Wires to the left of the red wires unless they are yellow.
Okay, cut all wires on the right of the black wires unless they are red.
Okay.
So it's just. Yep.
Wait, don't cut that.
Not yet.
Chikasha's hot up there on their final bomb. PASCALA's taking some time on this.
Cut all wires to the left of red wires unless they are yellow.
Okay, so it doesn't say we can't cut these, it's just saying we should cut these. But Bird 2 says that we are.
No, rush, guys, rush. Yell at each other.
Guys, they're on their
This one.
So it's just this one.
So this black one.
It's just, I think it's just
Yes.
that.
Hold on, wait, that's my line.
Read them again, number 2.
No, you're looking at the wrong
way,
side.
Doug.
Hey.
And Chikasha finishes their final bomb.
Okay, alright.
And thanks. And all right. We're now going to see which tribe got the most right answers. If you both got the same amount of right answers, Chikasha will have won. Chikasha, you finished first, but that only matters if both tribes got the same amount correct. Chikasha, you got 4 out of 5 bombs correct. Yeah, we did. PASCALA, you got 2 out of 5. That means that Chikasha, for the 2nd time in a row, wins immunity and another clue to the Hidden Immunity Idol. Alright, be gentle, be gentle.
Aren't you guys supposed to STEM?
PASCALA, unfortunately, one of you will be voted off tomorrow at Tribal Council.
North Campus Science. Yeah, we'll take it to next Tuesday. Look at this team morale. They could use a little of this.
They were definitely annoyed by me. Like, I definitely didn't make any friends tonight. I thought getting the tiebreaker was going to be like a major play. Turns out it wasn't. If I was them, I would be really embarrassed about losing to us in that challenge, just because it was just It was, like, the first 4 puzzles were so easy, and like they only got 2 right in the whole game. Like, what were they thinking?
Record for the record.
Did you bring pleats?
No, wait. Keep that going.
I'll have them every time. We'll have them
You
every
brought them
time.
too?
Oh, yeah.
I'll bring pleats. I don't have pleats, guys.
Too, yeah. That's confidence. Woo!
Fucking got it.
Oh, that was terrible.
Feels great losing twice in a row, and the fact that it's them makes it even better.
Oh, you guys should have thought about that for like 20 minutes. You had no rush.
I'm kidding. It sucks. I hate it so much, and I never want to do it again.
What did you think after last tribal?
I didn't think that many people were gonna vote Natalia. Like, I didn't think it was gonna be such a majority.
Yeah, I got confused because I think I voted for Dane, and then I think you probably were the other vote for Dane. That means Chris and Doug didn't vote
with
Dane.
Yeah.
So,
Teresa definitely likes me a lot. I think she trusts me. I'm the only one that like reaches out to her, but I think she has no idea that I don't really like her. I think I've played it off very well and like acted like we're like pretty good friends and stuff.
at least Chris was like honest with me. He's like, I'm kind of both ways. So that wasn't surprising from Chris,
Yeah.
but I felt like Doug was like.
I think Doug just like, I guess never really agreed with us, but like didn't want to say anything in front of us.
And then my other issue is me getting a vote, obviously.
Well, that you know who that was from, right?
Who?
That was obviously from Natalia.
Why?
Cause like, who else would it be from?
Sadie. I think it was Sadie. Why do you think Natalia?
Okay, you voted for Dane. I voted for Dane.
Oh shit.
You know
voted
what I'm
for
saying?
herself.
Like she had to vote for you.
I think she like isn't playing the game logically. I think she's more playing it based on who she just decides she doesn't like.
I would care more about you and Doug and Chris if Doug and Chris like,
yeah,
fucking.
I think.
stayed
I mean,
with the
Chris
plan.
like.
For me, there was no strategizing after the challenge was over. Knowing that we had travel within the next 10 to 12 hours, I was a little bit distracted with other things to do after the challenge. So for me, it was based off during the challenge who didn't throw me the right way. When ARAM was in her group and they were deactivating the bomb, I remember she just snapped at someone and was just like, "You're looking at it the wrong way." So for me, like in a challenge that's key on communication, and especially something that's like high pressure, you're against another team, the key was to just keep your demeanor, stay calm, and especially like stay positive, because if you send a negative energy into there, it's just gonna stress other people out.
8 a.m. Are you kidding me? Like, I mean, I guess people are busy, but
yeah, I know. After our challenge finished, we all decided that we were going to do an 8 a.m. tribal tomorrow instead of an 11:30 p.m. trial tomorrow, which annoys me a lot and annoyed a lot of other people on the team, and T made that decision.
Yeah, I mean, I know she voted for me. I got B, you know? I got a reason.
Yeah, no, dude.
I got a reason.
But it's her and Amanda that voted for you. It has to be those two. Like, no one else is stupid enough to vote for you the first one, so that's why I feel like people would be more likely to vote Amanda.
I told Dane that I really thought that Amanda should go out next because I thought that she was working with Tim and Doug. But Dane really wanted to get a little bit of revenge from the week prior, so he wanted to vote Teresa.
I think low-key Doug has so much fucking power because everyone likes him. He has like the best, like, I'm a nice guy smile. I'm a nice...
That is true.
Yeah, like, dude, like, the only reason
Who wouldn't like Doug?
Dude, yeah.
So voting out Amanda would be in my best interest.
Yeah, like, the only reason I'm even sketch about him is because he knows Tim, and they're like, they have pictures together on Facebook. Like if you have pictures with someone together on Facebook, you're friends with them on Facebook and in real life. So
While I don't distrust Eric, I don't want to make strong decisions with him yet. So everyone, I've been in contact with Eric. Again, I think he trusts me more than other people.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm part of Toastmasters now, so.
So like we can have a seventh vote without a seventh member.
Not that we need a seventh vote at this point.
Yeah. Right, not that we don't now, but like in the future.
T got mad at the first day and was like, "You're cool." Like, everyone was cool. But then T, like, I'd just be talking and like T would like always interrupt me. And I'd be like, "Oh my god!" Like, I usually like everyone, and like it takes a lot for me to not like be happy with someone. But like every time, like.
But then what?
I'm sorry, I don't know. Like, can you repeat the quiz? But then that's it. Like, benefits of getting rid of T are she doesn't interrupt me.
I decided to talk to Sadie because I had a suspicion that Tim and Doug were working together as a team and that me and Dane would have to find more people to work with.
I think right now there's going to be a division in the tribe. Right after tribal, Tim, Doug, Chris, and Amanda were walking back. So even if they're not in alliance, just by being near each other, they have a high chance to just talk more. However, I think Teresa and Amanda, they're kind of swing votes, but they could very easily not be. I have two different thought processes. Either Amanda, because I think she would contribute the least
to challenges, and it would even out the numbers.
But the other is Tim or Doug, because they know each other from before.
Right.
So they're like what's probably holding everyone on that side together.
So like from my knowledge, I don't think that South Campus Alliance like exists at all. Because I think the 6 is pretty strong right now. If we were to have to vote someone out, it would be Amanda next, because she's probably like the second weakest, I would say.
You're going to be the second person I'm telling this. I don't know if Dane told ARAM, but I'm going to tell you what my advantage is.
Okay.
My advantage is that I can steal a vote during tribal. We don't necessarily need to like include Teresa in our group because I think she's a volatile personality. But as long as we use the advantage correctly, we can make sure that me, you, Dane, and potentially ARAM can make it to the merge.
I told her about my advantage because I felt like it was important to tell the people who I wanted to work with what I had, so they would have a peace of mind knowing that I'm not holding anything back from them. I know people won't directly ask, like, I'm only going to work with you if you tell me what my advantage is. But if I come straight up with it and offer it to them, then they're more willing to trust me because they'll feel like I'm being more trustworthy too.
Basically, I guess what I'm trying to say is I want to work with you until, at least until the merge.
Right.
And potentially further.
Eric's real threat right now is just an advantage. And like once we get rid of that, he won't be as much of a threat, and I'll hopefully be able to like utilize him more and like use him as an extra vote for our side. The main person that I'm working with right now is Doug. He's like one of the people I tell like everything to him, and we have like secret meetings all the time.
I know that me and Sadie, our relationship is good. She would never not vote me out, and I wouldn't vote her out. So I know at least for me, I had the majority, and hopefully will for a while now.
What's Amanda doing?
I have no idea what she's doing.
Like I thought Amanda was honestly like pretty useless in the first challenge. Like she didn't really do anything. Doug, Tim, and I right now, the 3 of us, are thinking about working together, and then we're also thinking about bringing in Chris. I think we want to shake things up a bit.
So we have the 6-person alliance. So our options basically for voting out are T, Amanda, and Eric. Me and Chris both talked to Sadie, and she's been leaning towards Amanda since like the first vote, I'm pretty sure.
So Eric told me his advantage, and it's he can steal 1 vote at tribals.
Oh my god.
So like that's like pretty intense. I don't know if this is true, but like he thinks that you, Tim, Chris, and Amanda are in a 4-person alliance.
We've like talked, it's nothing like official. We just like walk back together because you're on South Campus.
Yeah, he thinks it's 4-4 right now, and that T is the swing vote in the middle, and you guys are like gonna try and gang up on the 4 of us. And then he also said that after that, we should go for either like Doug or Tim. That's what they said.
I don't appreciate when someone throws around my name, so I think that although he is very smart, clearly, and still a physical presence on the team, I'm ready for battle.
Welcome back, PASCALA. ARAM, how are you feeling right now? It's 7 a.m.
Honestly, like pretty good. It's good to be up, but like the reason that we're up is kind of sucky because tribal council and someone has to go.
Teresa, why do you think that you guys lost this challenge?
I feel like we all went through each bomb, no matter who's doing it, feeling really confident about it, and the whole time I felt really confident about it, based on off my teammates' confidence. I had confidence in them, and I trusted their abilities. I can't really identify any exact thing that I think went wrong with that challenge. It's just unfortunate.
So Doug, what do you think you guys could do better next time?
Next time, I think as long as we communicate and go in with confidence, I think we can beat this Chicasa tribe. I think we have it in us, and that we're gonna come back hungry after this.
Do you feel like confidence is the problem that you guys have, that you aren't confident enough?
Maybe a little too confident.
think
I
we
don't
were too
know.
confident last night.
Tim, last time I asked, does everyone know their votes? Does everyone feel in the majority? 4 people didn't know their votes, and only you were in the majority. So, for this tribal, do you think that there is more of a clear idea who's going home? Do you think there's a clear majority?
Last time I was the only one that raised my hand, so I'm gonna say no. Play it safe.
Okay, so Sadie, how do you decide who to vote after 10 hours of time between the challenge and tribal?
I think that it's definitely a matter of like performance last night, and I think some people have just gelled with other people just off the bat. They just found a good vibe, and some other people have like rubbed some people the wrong way.
Teresa, why do you think you got to vote?
I kind of have no exact reason, just saying that I felt like I vibed with a bunch of people early on, and therefore I felt like I am a member of this tribe that could still be useful. So I just...
Speaking of other votes, Dane, last tribal council you got 2 votes. Is that a message of things to come?
I hope not. Honestly, it shook me a little bit last week, but I'm not feeling too worried about it this week.
Doug, do you feel like the votes from last tribal council shouldn't matter, or do you feel like they really do tell a story in them?
I feel like they do help us kind of get a read on people, because we've never had a vote before, so no one knew where everyone truly stands. Like, we all knew each other's words, but other than that, everyone talks a lot. You don't know who to trust.
And I also think that it's still really early on, and we clearly get along as a tribe really well. And I feel like we're all still trying to be pretty politically correct with what we're saying. We're not trying to get on anybody's bad side. It's still a little bit too early.
Sadie, what does trust mean to you?
Trust means that if I'm talking to someone, they're being very transparent with me, and I'm being very transparent with them, because this is a game where a lot of people say things, and you can get caught in lies very easily. So I think in any alliance, it's really important to be transparent, be very honest with the other person.
Chris, what does trust mean to you?
Trust to me, in Survivor, you really can't be sure about anyone, especially in a game. So I guess where everyone's so close together, you don't know where everyone's allegiances lie, and so I think that when you trust someone, you have to be extremely cautious to who else they might be talking to, or what information they might have they're not telling you.
Have you found anyone that you trust to an extent, or no?
Yeah, I think I've definitely found at least 1 or 2 people that I trust to a certain extent. But do I trust them fully? Well, remains to be seen.
Okay.
That's the big word in this game.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the vote.
Here we go again.
Not much sleep. Literally every night being chased down in my dreams by my tribe.
I don't know if I have super good reasoning for this.
Pretty sure you voted for me last week, so I'm gonna vote for you this week.
Damn. See ya.
If you have a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright? Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. First vote. Fuck. First vote. T. Second vote. ARAM. Third vote. T. That's 2 votes T, 1 vote ARAM. Fourth vote. T. fifth vote, T. Second person voted out of Survivor Maryland, major conflict. Teresa. That's 5. That's enough for today. Teresa, tribe spoken. Second tribal, second blindside. You guys have lost twice in a row, but I have faith that you won't come back a third time. And if you do, maybe you deserve it. That's all I have to say.
So I just got voted off, and I can say that I'm pretty blindsided. I wasn't anticipating it at all. I definitely don't think that I was the weakest link in the last challenge, but it's okay. I think this is voting out someone you're intimidated by, and that's fine. I hope PASCALA does well and gets off this losing streak, because that shit sucks. So that's all I really have to say. To the people that I did have an alliance with, I don't know how accurate that was, but I hope you guys can stay loyal. Bye guys.
Next time on Survivor, fractures on PASCALA begin to deepen as Eric and Doug begin to target one another.
I feel like Doug's calling all the shots right now.
I think the 4 people who live on South Campus are probably already in an alliance.
Eric is 100% right about everything. He's a very smart player, and that's why I want to get him out.
I would say, like, after this week, shit's gonna go down.